Regarding this process of growth, I'm not speaking about something theoretical. I know what I'm talking about because I myself have passed through all these stages. 49 years ago, I was a little blade of grass. Then I grew from the grass to the herb. Later, I became a tree. After a certain time, I was a fish, able to live in any of the evil situations. Then I reached a stage in which it was so easy for me to soar in the heavens. When there was any trouble or persecution, any hardship or affliction from mother, from brothers in the flesh, from wife or children, even from brothers in the spirit, I simply transcended them all. This is real. Many times your dear wife gives you a hard time. Before you become a bird, you will stay there to argue, to exchange words. Once you become an eagle and the dear wife gives you trouble, the eagle husband will fly away. This eager husband will remain sorry in the air and watching until the wife says, "Praise the Lord." Then the eager husband will return. By your experience, you can tell when you were the fish and when you were the eagle. If you haven't had this kind of experience, I can assure you that someday you will be an eagle. The eagle has no struggle. When any difficulty comes, he soars in the air. It's really hard to catch him. When there is affliction, hardship, or trouble, the eagle takes to the air. That is a real victory, a transcending victory. Don't you want to be such an eagle? Sometimes, however, when I was an eagle, finding it easy to fly away, the Lord said to me, "Don't fly away, stay to be one of the cattle. You need to be a cow, either produce milk to feed others or bear them as a burden. When your wife gives you a hard time, don't fly away. Give her some milk, feed her, and bear her as a burden. Perhaps your husband or your wife is the death water to you, killing and salty. If you are a tree or an herb, you will certainly be killed. But if you have grown from a plant to a fish, you will live. In the past, I saw many young ones who were so good before they were married. Once they married, however, they were killed. The young husbands were killed by the young wives, and the young wives were killed by the young husbands. But I also saw some dear saints who had grown up to be a living fish. The wives didn't care how salty their husbands were, and the husbands didn't care how salty their wives were. They continued to live. After a certain time, they grew from the fish stage to the eagle stage. Whenever they had some hardship, they simply transcended it. Gradually, after more growth in life, they realized that flying away was not the higher life. They realized that they needed to stay on earth to produce some milk for their folks and to bear their dear folks as a burden. When you reach this stage and your dear wife gives you a difficult time, you don't say anything. You simply put her upon your shoulders and bear her as a burden. While your wife is arguing with you, you put her upon your shoulders and tell her, "I am going to bear you to the heavens."